Ayo, my name is Jed. I'm a mechanical engineer who does machine design, 3D scanning, automation controls, and robotics. At home, I like to play with printers, lasers, Arduinos, and such. I wanted to make a channel to combine my skill sets with my passion for woodworking. I hope eventually it can be educational, inspiring, and entertaining. First things first. I've been working on turning my 100-year-old barn into a workshop. The roof had some leaks and one of the lofts was pretty rotten. I decided to design a large CNC router around this unusable space, something I have always wanted to build. The working area of the CNC is 50 inches wide by 7 feet long and 13 inches deep. In the spring of 2023, I started demoing the rotten loft. This was a pretty messy process. I replaced the rotten 13-foot beams with 2x8s, supported all the parts that I left in place, and lined the exterior walls with plastic. I built the base of the CNC out of 6x6s and tied them directly into the floor joists. I put a plywood floor down and then began framing in the walls around the existing structure. I built a 2x8 header over a garage door size opening and used 2x6s to span the roof. For the siding, I used LP board since I had access to a surplus of it. I installed a window so no one could sneak up on me. I made sure to leave a walkway around the entire machine, and I built a computer desk in the corner. The outside was painted with its theme, the Raspberry Room. Although the CNC itself is not controlled by a Pi, the idea here is that the room will be. With the 6x6 base complete, welding of the main structure began. The frame is designed from 2x2 tube steel, and the y-axis rails are raised off the bed to limit the moment and reduce the forces on the bearings. Alongside the desk is a closet, which houses the dust collection system. While I had the welder, I installed a railing on the staircase. The majority of the parts for the CNC were laser cut from 7-gauge hot rolled steel sheet because it is much cheaper than machine details. The design allows for everything to be shimmed into place to further reduce costs without sacrificing the end product. Here we can see the reason why the loft was rotten in the first place. I rented a 50-foot lift, patched all the holes in the metal, and applied a protective coating. The machine runs off a 4-axis USB controller connected to a computer running Mach 3 software. Each of the NEMA 23 stepper motors have their own controller for counting steps. This is a very cost-effective setup. I insulated the room to keep the temperature comfortable year-round and installed bifold sliding barn doors. I 3D printed custom junction boxes and covers to keep the wiring tidy and installed a switch and outlets on the Z-axis to keep the system modular. The stepper motors direct drive the axes via ball screws. The motors have plenty of power for cutting, but are a bit slow for rapid moves. Finally, after 10 months, the CNC is running a G-code. There is still endless work to do, but my list of projects keeps growing, and I'm ready to test it out. Stay tuned for the next episode.